glitches, bugs, and exploits. They have existed in video games for as long as we can observe, and they come in all different types and sizes. Whether they're funny and useless, or game-breaking and potentially bannable, glitches and bugs have been a natural part of the video game production process since the beginning of the video game era. In this video, I invite you to join me as I discover and analyze bugs and glitches across various games. Starting off with Cuphead. Released in September of 2017, Cuphead is a boss rush platformer produced by MDHR Studios. Due to the unique art style and challenging gameplay, Cuphead instantly became a fan favorite and sold over 6 million copies, earning itself a 10 out of 10 rating on Steam. However, just like any game, Cuphead did not save itself from glitches and bugs. In fact, the bug that I will be discussing is so major that it changed Cuphead speedrunning forever. Before we get into it, let me give you some context. Cuphead has levels, and these levels give you coins. Afterwards, you can spend these coins at the shop. Once you have gathered enough coins, you can go to Porkrind's shop and he will sell you a variety of weapons and charms. For now, the only things we need to focus on are the lobber and roundabout weapon shots. This is because it was discovered that if you quickly alternate between these two shots, your damage output is greatly increased. The research was not easy, however I can conclude that Distortion2 on Twitch is the pioneer of this bug. After diving deep into his Twitch clips, we can see him use this bug in a clip titled 1 Minute Phantom Express posted 7 years ago.
Am I parrying their faces? One minute!
Now that we've seen it, let me explain how it works. Now, according to the Cuphead wiki, the cooldown is still counting down after switching weapons. The cooldown isn't set to 0, so you're not shooting a new bullet every time you switch, but it isn't paused, so when you switch back, it can be shot almost immediately again when the cooldown is off. In other words, it is almost as if you're shooting both shots at once. Now, when comparing every Cuphead shot by how much damage they deal, the lobber and roundabout are only the 3rd and 5th highest dealing damage shots in the game. However, the other shots don't work well. Allow me to explain why the lobber and roundabout are the only correct options for this bug. Going in order, let's start with the spread shot. The range of the spread shot is quite short, and it also requires all projectiles to connect with the boss to achieve maximum DPS. This requires you to be quite close to your target, which is uncomfortable and makes dodging difficult. Next is the charge shot. Like the name indicates, to do any decent DPS, you need to hold down your shoot button to charge up the shot. If you remember from the video, this bug requires you to switch quickly between your shots, so the charge shot is another no. Now we have the lobber. The lobber does not require any charge up and shoots the high damage projectile right away. Despite the range being slightly shortened, it is not as bad as the spread shot, and only one projectile is required to connect to deal the high damage, making it the first viable option for this bug. Up next, we have Converge, which is very similar to spread shot. Despite having an improved range, you're still required to connect multiple projectiles. Also, it is DLC content, which I believe cannot be used in a base game speedrun. Last up, we have the roundabout shot. Much like the lobber, there is no charge up necessary and dispenses the high damage projectile instantly upon shooting. The roundabout also has great range and shoots quickly, making it difficult to miss many shots. Therefore, despite only being the 3rd and 5th highest damage dealing shots in the game, these are the only right answers for this bug.
I think this is it. Yes!
Despite needing no introduction, released in November of 2011, Skyrim is an open-world RPG developed by Bethesda Game Studios. Winning over 200 Game Awards, it is no secret that Elder Scrolls V is a masterpiece. Skyrim sold over 7 million copies within the first week and over 20 million 2 years after release. Today, around 60 million copies of Skyrim have been sold, making it the 8th best-selling game of all time. For its time, it was instantly praised for its visual and world design, combat, and style of character advancement. Bethesda seriously outdid themselves with Skyrim, but bugs and glitches were a major issue. Skyrim was not shy of bugs and glitches. In fact, it was one of the first criticisms the game ever got, and is still a major criticism. Bethesda tried their best to keep up with the community, patching and repairing the game repeatedly. After some time, it wasn't in Bethesda's interest anymore, and Skyrim stopped receiving patches. This occurrence immortalized many bugs in the game, and despite Bethesda trying their best to keep up with repairs and patches, the supply of glitches that remain isn't scarce. The glitch I chose to display for you guys is easily one of the most sought after bugs across all games: item duplication.
Okay, I got a glitch here for you guys today. Skyrim duplicating multiple items, not the mannequin glitch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be fast forwarding through the load scenes, but
It was far from easy to find, but posted on December 8th of 2012, this is the earliest instance of this bug being showcased that I could find. Onto my own world, let me show you guys how this bug works. The easiest spot I could find to do it is the entrance of Whiterun. First, you want to go over to one of the cubbies on the left or right of the entrance with your follower. Then you're going to tell your follower to wait inside of the cubby.
You ready to get going? Jezargo is listening. What is it? It will be done.
Now, you will drop the item you wish to duplicate and then tell your follower to pick it up.
We are leaving. Jezargo is listening. What is it? It will be done.
Once you finish that, you're going to want to make sure your follower is waiting inside of the cubby. Then you're going to leave Whiterun, wait a moment, then come back in. Now you're going to walk back over to your follower, and you're going to see the item you dropped is on the floor, and the item your follower picked up is in their inventory.
But Khajiit feels Jezargo only has so much room to carry things.
And just like that, I duplicated a potato.
We'll be waiting then.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
No.
Released in May of 2016, the last on our list is Overwatch. Overwatch is a fast-paced, strategic FPS created by Blizzard, with dozens of unique characters to choose from and many maps to play. Nearing the end of 2022, Blizzard decided to switch Overwatch into a free-to-play model. With the addition of a new competitive system, new characters, new maps, new game modes, a new 5v5 model, and a revampment of most models and sounds, Blizzard decided it was enough to call this project Overwatch 2. Throughout the game's long history and variety of characters and maps, Overwatch fell victim to many intriguing bugs. For the sake of this video and the last section, I decided to choose 3 different bugs to showcase, starting off with
Wait, what happened to my ult? What the fuck? No, I'm Dragon Blade forever. What is going on?
That clip was posted on YouTube 7 years ago under the channel Major Awesome, and it is the first evidence of infinite Dragon Blade I could find. Not too long ago, there was a similar bug in Overwatch 2, where after a certain sequence, Genji would have infinite Dragon Blade. The latest version of this glitch was discovered and first used by Strafu on Twitch and mastered by Necros. The following clip is from Necros' YouTube channel, where he explains how this bug was achievable.
So, wait, you just wait until it's almost over, then as it's about to expire, fall off the map, do your swing, blade ends, swing is extended, next blade you do is infinite. There you go, that's how you do the infinite blade.
Moving on, we have the Flying Sigma bug. Sigma does fly during his ultimate, however this bug caused Sigma to fly permanently. Much like the Infinite Dragon Blade, a specific sequence was required to get this bug. I was not able to find the person who discovered this bug, as all earliest clips pertaining to this glitch were posted on May 10th, 2023. The following clip is by a top 500 Overwatch streamer, Flats. He demonstrates how to achieve the bug and what it looks like in-game.
So the key to the Flying Sigma is you need to first build your ults. Part 1 to the unlimited Flying Sigma is I have to use my ult and then not cast it. I have to let the new auto cast feature happen. So for example, these two bots are going to be in it, and then it will lift them up at 0 and it will slam them back down like normal. Then I build my ult again. Once you have the second ult, you need to fly and make it so your ult is not on the map. So I'm gonna fly as far into this corner as I can, so my thing is gone. And now I have the floating Sigma. Can you rock me or sleep me out of the air, whoever one of you feels like it? And when I wake up, oh hell no, dude.
It's like Sigma dogfighting.
Sigma dogfighting.
Shortly after this bug was discovered, Sigma was removed from competitive play. He was quickly hotfixed, and it was announced in the Overwatch patch notes on May 17th, 2023. For our final glitch, we have Junkrat's Drop Tire. This bug is a personal favorite of mine and one that I actually used a lot. One of my best gaming clips of all time is a 6k drop tire back in Overwatch 1. But what was the drop tire? Like the Sigma bug, I can't find the person who discovered drop tire. It seems to have been lost within time. However, an important figure in the Overwatch community who mastered the drop tire is pro player and Junkrat main, Aquamarine. Moving on, the drop tire is a bug with Junkrat that occurred when using tire before falling off an edge. This would cause Junkrat's hitbox to be replaced with the tire, and since Junkrat was about to fall, instead the tire falls. Due to this bug being unintentional, there was no animation for this, therefore, the tire was invisible while falling. The community was split on whether to call drop tire a bug or a tech. However, due to its unfair nature, in May of 2021, it was finally patched.